Good afternoon, students. Our today's topic is related to banks. So, first of all, what is the meaning of bank? Bank is an organization which accept the deposits, lend the money, and perform other agency functions. Means to say that the persons who has surplus savings, bank accept those savings, and in return, bank will pay the interest charges to the that customer, lend money, and on the other side bank provide the persons who is in need of money from the bank provide the loan amount to the that customers, and in return bank charged a rate of return, a rate of interest from the customers who will lend the money. And instead of these, bank performs other agency functions also. So in this way, bank is an institution which accept the deposits and withdrawable by check and give loans and advances for the purpose of earning profits. So let's discuss the types of banks. So first of all, here is the classification of banks on the basis of ownership. So there are three types. The first one is public sector bank, second is private sector bank, and third one is cooperative banks. So first of all, public sector bank. Public sector banks are those banks which are owned by the public, which is owned by the public up to 51% capital. Means to say that in these type of banks, the government share, government paid up capital is 51%. The government alone control all the public sector banks. In India, there are 14 nationalized banks in 1969, and later on in 1986 more banks are added in this data. All these banks are known as public sector banks. Some main purpose of public sector bank is to welfare of the society. So after that, the State Bank of India and its subsidiary branches are merged in State Bank of India. Now these banks are considered in 29 banks which are under the categories of public sector nationalized bank. So here is the list of public sector banks: Allahabad Bank, Andhra Bank, and up to Bharatiya Mahila Bank. Next one is private bank. Private sector bank, it is just opposite to the public sector banks. In private sector banks, those banks which are owned by and controlled by the private sector or some individuals. In India, banks Jammu and Kashmir, HDFC, ICICI, Axis Bank, Yes Bank, all these are the examples of private sector banks. The main purpose of private sector banks are to earn profit, or we can say that the maximization of the profits. So this is the list for the private sector banks. You can see cooperative banks, these are the just like cooperative societies. The cooperative banks are those which are organized by a group of individuals. The main purpose of these bank is to help its members, just like cooperative societies. The state cooperative bank, the district cooperative banks are the examples of cooperative banks. So bache, these are the type of banks which are related with the ownership. And next we will discuss about the functions. So classification of the banks, or we can say that the type of banks on the basis of functions. The first one is commercial banks, second one is industrial development bank, third one is agriculture bank, fourth one is regional rural bank, next one is other apex banking institutions. So first of all, we will discuss about the commercial banks. These banks accept the deposits from the general public and provide the loan, short-term loan to the manufacturer and traders. Beside this, these banks perform the various agency functions for their customers. These banks pay lesser interest on deposit while charge higher interest on the amount of loan. So this difference of interest is main source of their income. In India, there are two type of commercial banks. The first one is foreign commercial banks, second one is Indian commercial banks. So if I talk about the foreign commercial banks, these banks which are based on some foreign countries and having a branch in India, so these are called foreign commercial banks. And next one is Indian commercial bank. Those banks which are based on the India are called Indian commercial banks. Under Indian commercial banks, two types are there: public and private sector bank, which we have already discussed. Second is industrial development bank. As the name suggested, these banks are related to the industries. So the industrial development banks are those banks which gives medium and long term loans to the industries. So these banks help in establishing new industrial units. If any industry or if any company wants to selling their shares and debentures, the bank will also provide the help for those industry or units. So under the industrial development, two types of national level or state level. National level means the industrial development bank which are operating on the national level. For example, IDBI, Industrial Development Bank of India; SIDBI, the Small Industrial Development Bank of India; IFCI, Industrial Finance Corporation of India; ICICI, the Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation. So second one is state level, which are operated on state level: state financial corporation, state industrial development corporations. So next one is agriculture bank. So बच्चे, again as the name suggested, agricultural banks are related to the agriculture purpose. The persons who needs support for the agriculture purpose, say they want to purchase their agriculture seeds, or they want to purchase any other fertilizers. So in this way agriculture banks will help those farmers. So there are also two types: the cooperative banks and the land development banks. Okay beta. So the cooperative banks, which are related to the agriculture banks, provide the short term loans, and the land development bank, the main function of land development bank is provide the loan and security of land. These are the long term loans. Okay. So next one is regional rural bank. As the name suggested beta, these banks are situated in the regional rural areas. They have no any branch in the urban areas. In these type of banks, the total capital is contributed by central government, state government, and commercial banks. So if I talk about the proportion of the central bank, that proportion is 50%, and 35% is commercial banks, and rest 15% is state government concern. Okay. So these regional rural banks are also developed for the agriculture activities. So next one is other apex banking institutions. Apex means special banking institution. The first one is central bank. Central bank means the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India is the apex body of all the commercial banks, all the banking institutions, all the banking system governed and controlled by the RBI. The main function of RBI is to issuing the currency. Next one is Exim Bank. Exim means export-import banks. On January 1982, Exim Banks was established to expand the foreign trade. So the main purpose of or main objective of this bank is to provide the assistance to the traders engaged in important exports. So next one is the National Housing Banks. In 1988, National Housing Banks was established. The main purpose of establishing this bank was to provide the housing loan to the general public. This bank provides the facility of refinancing also. So next is the Industrial Reconstruction Bank of India. The main objective of reconstruction of India is to rehabilitate the industry. Rehabilitate means renewing the agency, or we can say the resettlement of these industries. So these banks are established for this purpose only. The National Bank for the Agriculture and Rural Development. This bank is also known as NABARD. This is the apex institution of all the agricultural banks. So these are the types of banks on the basis of ownership, on the basis of functions. Thank you so much.